Hello, hi. Today we are going to discuss the foundations of weaning before the first spoonful. So, your baby is showing all the exciting signs of readiness, sitting upright, eyeing your food, and maybe even grabbing your spoon. You're excited to begin solids. But before you pick up that first spoon, let's pause. Weaning isn't just about food, it's about foundations. Safe, healthy, and positive foundations that shape how your child will eat for the rest of his life. In this chapter, I, Dr. Abhinav Malotra, your friendly pediatrician, will prepare you with everything you need to know before your baby's first spoonful. Remember, every baby develops at their own pace, but there are a few clear signs that your baby is ready for solids. Your baby can sit upright with little support. They can hold their head steady and straight. They've lost the tongue thrust reflex, meaning they no longer push food out automatically. They show curiosity watching you eat, reaching for your food, or opening their mouth when food comes close. If you're noticing these cues around 6 months, it's a great sign that your little one is ready to begin their food journey. Now, just as important as knowing when to start, it is also important to know when not to start. Too early, before 4 months, your baby's gut and kidneys are not ready yet, and early solids may even increase the allergy risks. Too late, after 7 months, you might miss the window where babies learn to accept textures and iron stones in their bodies can start to drop. For premature, underweight, or recovering babies, always check with your pediatrician before starting. Your plan may need certain small adjustments. We will discuss the first foods, what to start and what not to. Your baby's first food should be simple, safe, and nutritious. Best foods to start with are iron-rich foods like dal water, mashed lentils, rice, oats, ragi, apple, pear or carrot purees. Soft textures that can easily mash between your fingers. Avoid certain things in the first year. Honey, because it has the risk of botulism. Cow's milk as a drink. Whole nuts, grapes, popcorn for any choking hazards. Also, definitely skip salt, sugar and processed foods. Babies don't need them. Their taste buds are still learning natural flavors. Now, let's discuss feeding position and safety. Feeding safety begins with posture. Always feed your baby in an upright position, sitting position. A sturdy, hard chair works best. Never feed while lying down or distracted. Remember, gagging is normal. It's how your baby learns to move food in the mouth. Choking, however, is not normal. It's silent and it's an emergency. We'll cover choking prevention and first aid later in this course. Remember, gagging is noisy and safe versus choking, which is silent and dangerous. Now let's understand how much and how often to feed your baby. At 6 months, think of solids as a learning experience, not a meal. Start small, 1 to 2 teaspoons once a day. Gradually increase both the frequency and the amount as your baby starts showing interest. In the first few weeks, milk remains the main nutrition source. Food is for fun, for touching, tasting and exploring. Food is not for filling yet. Remember, breast milk or formula milk continues to be your baby's primary food till their first birthday. In the beginning, always offer solids after milk feeds, so your baby doesn't fill up before nursing. Later, around 8 to 9 months, you can start offering solids before milk. Gentle transition towards a meal routine. Here is an interesting fact. Because your baby's immune system is still developing, hygiene is the key. Wash your hands and your baby's hands before every feed. Use clean utensils. Don't share spoons or taste test with the same one. Cook food well, cool it and mash it thoroughly. Avoid raw eggs, unpasteurized dairy products or undercooked meats. Now, we will discuss textures and progressions. Weaning isn't just about what to feed, it's also about how to feed. Start with small and smooth purees. Move to thicker mashes within a few weeks. By 8 to 9 months, your baby can enjoy soft finger foods like banana sticks or steamed carrots. By 1 year, your baby should be joining you at the family table, eating what you eat, just softer and without added salt or sugar. Now here's something many parents overlook. That exactly is your mindset. You may feel anxious about how much your baby eats or whether they are doing it right. But remember, it's normal for babies to spit out food, drop it, or smear it everywhere on their tables. Messy meal times are learning meal times. So stay calm, stay consistent, and trust the process. Babies learn through repetition and exploration. Here's the truth. You don't need any fancy gadgets. Just a few essentials will actually make weaning smoother. To name some, a sturdy high chair, a soft tipped baby spoon, a plate or bowl, easy wash bibs, a simple food steamer or blender, and of course, plenty of patience and certain white cloths. Now let's discuss the feeding approaches. Baby-led weaning versus parent-led weaning versus hybrid. Let's talk about the how of feeding. There are 3 main approaches: baby-led, parent-led and hybrid weaning. So baby-led weaning basically means, in this, your baby feeds themselves from day 1. You offer soft finger foods and they explore on their own. There are certain benefits of this. It builds independence and curiosity and helps your babies regulate their own hunger and improves fine motor skills. But certain challenges: it's messy, babies may eat little at first, and you must be cautious with choking hazards. The tip here is to start with soft foods like steamed veggies, fruit slices, supervise closely, and keep sessions short, about 15 to 30 minutes. Now, parent-led weaning. Here, your spoon feeds purees or mashed foods, gradually increasing the texture of the food. The benefits: you can track the intake easily, and it's great for preemies or babies with slower growth. However, it has its own challenges. It may limit independence or lead to overfeeding if parents push too much. So a tip is to respect hunger and fullness cues. If your baby turns away or closes their mouth, simply stop. The next is hybrid weaning. This is the best of both the worlds. A balance between spoon feeding and self-feeding. The benefits of this is that your baby gets nutrition plus skill building. It has challenges. It needs flexibility. Some days babies eat with a spoon, some days with fingers. So here's a tip. Start with a few spoon-fed bites and then offer soft finger foods. Follow your baby's lead. Remember, there's no single right method. The best one is the one that fits your baby and your lifestyle. The golden rule of feeding is simple. You decide what and when. Your baby decides how much. Watch for hunger cues. Leaning forward, reaching, opening their mouth. Stop when you see fullness cues. Turning away, slowing down or pushing the spoon. Never force. Keep mealtime calm, distraction-free and filled with encouragement. Now, safety first always. That's the golden rule. Always supervise during meals. Offer soft, age-appropriate portions. Learn the difference between gagging and choking. Gagging is noisy and protective. Choking is silent and dangerous. Here's your quick safety checklist. Honey, absolutely not to be given till 12 months. Cow's milk, not as a drink before 1 year. Whole nuts, hard veggies, raisins, grapes, absolutely dangerous because they have choking hazards. Raw or undercooked foods to be avoided. Salt, sugar or processed foods, unnecessary for your baby. New guidelines actually encourage early introduction of common allergen foods like peanuts, eggs and fish during weaning, not after. But if your baby has eczema or a strong family history of allergies, talk to your pediatrician first. When introducing an allergenic food, start with a tiny amount at home when you can monitor for 2 hours and always know where to get help if needed. Before that first spoonful, remember, weaning isn't a race, it's a relationship. Your baby will spill, spit and play. That's all a part of their learning. The goal is exploration, not too much overprotection. With every bite, you're not just feeding, you're building confidence, connection, and lifelong healthy habits. And now, you are ready for the next step, the step-by-step feeding guide. What to feed, when and how as your baby grows month by month.